Okay, so morning guys, welcome to another review from me, Matt, the Bearded Berserker. What a day already. It's been a complete disaster, one disaster after the next this morning. Absolute nightmare. I should have just stayed in bed and not got up. Got up this morning, wife's getting ready for work. Iron's on too hot. She's put a big hole in the back of her skirt, so she's gone off to work with a looks like she's wearing crispy knickers underneath where the skirt's been singed. I've stubbed my toe and thrown a coffee down myself this morning, and it's been a disaster. Now, this review that I'm doing this morning, well, it's not really a review. Now, first of all, massive thank you to each and every one of you guys out there that supported me on my Bearded Berserker YouTube channel and over there on Instagram as Viking Beard Matt, where I try my best to try and help, support, promote and encourage these small brands and individuals and craftsmen out there that are making some amazing products, whatever it might be. All the reviews that I do on my channel, completely honest, in my own opinion, completely unbiased and not affiliated to any brands whatsoever. Now, you might have noticed over there on Instagram, I have become a brand ambassador of Rusty Bear. Now, people are going to start saying, well, to be honest, now you're an ambassador of them, you have to kind of promote them and say that their stuff is great and everything like that. No, I don't. Just because I'm a brand ambassador for them and I support in what they're doing and helping them and everything else, if I get a product from them, if they send a product through and I don't like it for whatever reason, or I think it's not worth the money, I will be saying so. Because a brand ambassador, in my opinion, yeah, it's helping and supporting a brand, but also they want to know the negatives as well as the positives. Surely if you just sit there blowing smoke rings up their backside saying, oh, it's great, it's fantastic, it's lovely and everything like that, and you go out and buy it for whatever reason, excuse me, and you get it home and go, well, I don't like that. That wasn't like what you said. So I have to be completely honest. And if there is something I don't like about it, then Brad from Rusty Bear, I keep wanting to say Rusty Beard, Rusty Bear could obviously change it if he wants to, pull it, do whatever he wants, okay? Now, thank you very much for the Rusty Bear. Look at that golden bear of my booby. For the brand ambassador t-shirt, and I had a little certificate. So this is Rusty Bear, established 2017, brand ambassador Matt. Welcome to the Rusty Bear crew. I am so pleased that you chose my little company to help promote. Please find your official ambassador t-shirt inside your discount code above for all of our websites. Thank you, Brad. So not only does Brad have Rusty Bear, which is kind of like the men's grooming products and stuff like that, he also has Just Christmas Eve, which is, funnily enough, as the name suggests, sort of Christmas decorations and bits and pieces and stuff like that, and also www.justbeautifulgifts.co.uk. And here is a code, so all of you bearded people out there that want 15% from any of those sites, if you use my code NORSE15, all capitals, at checkout, you will receive 15% discount, which is great. And thank you so much to Brad for accepting me. And like I say, it's not going to change anything. All my reviews are going to be still completely honest. Now, I've got a different review. Brad has come up with 3 new scents, okay? I do not know what the scents are. I have no idea of the ingredients or anything like that. So I'm not testing it as a beard oil. I'm testing it purely on their scents, what I think of the scents, whether I can work out what the scents are. Now, I've done well over 100 odd beard oils reviews on my channel. I'm not talking about other reviews and stuff like I've done, beard balms, butters and other stuff. So he kind of relied on me and said, well, you kind of know what you're talking about. You've done enough beard reviews and stuff like that to see what you think. So what he has done, I feel like this is the bloody Pepsi challenge this morning, has sent me through the 3 scents. All sealed packaging. This is number 1 because it's got number 1 written on it. I've not tampered with it, I've not opened it or anything like this. I can obviously only do this video once, so you'll have to excuse me because I'm recording it. I cannot stop it and go back, so there is going to be some slight oddness to it, because the post is probably going to turn up as well at some point. So I have number 1 to have a look at. I have number 2 to have a look at. Funnily enough, I have number 3 to have a look at. So he's brought out these scents. He's not sure whether he likes them or not, what he thinks of them, which one his favourite is. So he's thought, I'm the man for the job. Don't know why you would think that, because I'm not capable to do anything at all this morning. It's all gone horrendously wrong. So we're going to be blind smelling, scenting each one of these. Start with 1, then we'll go to number 2, and then funnily enough, number 3. First of all, a glug of coffee before I start. And so I've no idea what scents these are whatsoever. Let's open number 1. There you go, opened it. Can't even open it. Oh no. This video. Wish I had fingernails. I was chatting to Brad yesterday and... Right, I need a knife. Excuse me. In your bed. Typical dog get up and bark. There we go. It's better. So, I was chatting to Brad yesterday and it was kind of like, oh, I'm really worried. So I'm going to unbox them. I'm going to unpackage them rather than doing each one individually, and then we'll go through, because each bottle, as you can see, is labelled up 1, 2, 3 and 4. Well, 1, 2 and 3, hopefully. Try and do this without cutting my finger off, because that would make some great video review this morning, wouldn't it? Hack your finger off before doing a review. Still can't get into it. One of those days today. Number 2. Into one side. And number 3. So you got 1, 2 and 3. Like I say, I've put the sheath back on my knife because otherwise I'm going to cut my fingers off, which is never a good thing. So I have no idea what the scents are, what the profiles are or anything like that. All I know is, here you go, it's some new scents I've been thinking about doing. Have a smell, see what you think. So give it a shake. I'm going to spray a bit into the lid. And I'm going to take number 2 off. Give that a shake. Spray a bit of that into the lid. So I can let the smells develop. 1, 2, and the same. Give shake number 3. Spray some of that in there. So I can let them kind of like mingle a bit. And so we're going to start off with number 1. Number 1. Now I know with beard oils, obviously they smell completely different when you smell them from the bottle to putting it on your hand. It's just so I can see what they smell like out the bottle. And it's once you start generating the heat through it, then you can start smelling it. To me, number 1 has got a very cologne-y, it's almost an aftershave smell to it. It's almost like he's tried to do an aftershave with this smell. Let's hope that it is an aftershave smell and not something else, but cologne, it's almost got a woody sort of scent to it as well. Actually, to be honest, I've no idea what these scents are whatsoever, so it could be bloody anything. But this is, to me, would actually do is a beard oil stroke cologne. So you wouldn't need to necessarily wear an aftershave with this one because it's got a nice punchy scent to it. Scent level is just slightly higher than halfway up on the scent chart. So down here you got very, very subtle. Here, kind of medium. Up the top, rip your head off, kick it into next year and scream at it. So it's slightly higher than that. There is a sweetness to it as well, with some spice behind it. Now that sort of top note of the aftershave is kind of dying back a little bit. There is a sweetness to it. And a spiciness to it. But it's a very nice cologne sort of scent. Obviously, I have not used these products, I doubt very much, because they're obviously in sort of like trial stages and everything else like that. They probably haven't got the CPSR checks, which you need to have done. It's really nice. I like that instant punch that you get from it, that sort of really heavy cologne scent, and that seems to be dropping back a bit. And now there's almost like a sweet spiciness to it. Quite a nice heavier scent, if you know what I mean, almost like a winter sort of scent. But as far as I'm concerned, and with my nostrils, this is all, everything, like I say, is my opinion. I would say cologne-y, aftershave-y sort of scent to it. Really nice, quite really well balanced, but does have a sweet spicy note coming up behind it once the actual cologne sort of scent dies back a bit. Really nice, I like that one. It's nice. And that's when Brad watches it back again and goes, well, that was wrong, that was completely wrong. Now I want to get rid of that scent completely from my hands, wipe it down my jeans to make sure it's gone, because I don't want to obviously taint the next one. So yeah, number one, nice cologne aftershave scent, wintry sort of scent, not a light, a fruity summer scent. Quite a nice one, autumn winter scent. Like I say, it has got, still smelling it a bit. It has got a sweet, spicy notes to it that come up behind it once the actual cologne aftershave scent has gone. It's pretty much just about gone. I need to make sure of it because I don't want to taint the next one because I have no idea what this is. So number two. For some reason, I'm getting orangey from this one. A few drops in my hands, little pump bottles. Yeah, there's a smell on that. I can't think of that, the smell. It's clove. Clovey, orangey. Yeah, there's definitely an orange mandarin sort of scent going on with that. There is definitely clove in it. I can smell clove. Sorry, it looked really weird smelling my hands if you just joined and were just watching. I would say probably Christmas spiced orange scent. Very well balanced. The orange and there is spice in there is very well blended. It's definitely orange. I swear that is orange and clove and possibly cinnamon in there as well. Because I did say, I'll bet it's this scent, and this scent. It's like, no, it's not. It's not. Just to probably throw me off the scent. It's almost got woody scent notes to it as well. So I'm detecting orange from it. I'm detecting cinnamon. There is definitely a punchiness of clove once you start generating the heat through it. And like I say, there's almost a woody sort of back notes to it as well. It's a sweeter orange as well, not a citrus sort of summery. It's more of not mulled. If you can imagine the spices that you would get in a mulled wine, and you take those spices and you put it with an orange, it's a very warming scent. I like that as well. So far, number two. Although there was nothing wrong at all with number one, I just, because of the sort of scents and stuff that I'm into, I do like number two. Again, it was that initial punch of the cloves, and then you kind of get like an orangey citrus come through it, almost like a mandarin scent as opposed to the citrus bite that you get from an orange. I hope I'm on track so far. There is a sweetness as well, whether that's from the orange or almost like a caramelised orange scent, caramelised orange and spice. Just whether that was, no, it couldn't have been any sweetness from that one, but yeah, it's nice. Nice scent. again, it's just slightly higher than halfway up, and just want to make sure there is a lingering sort of toffee caramelly sort of scent to number 2 as well. I'm going to stink when I go into town later for the barbers and everything, get my hair chopped off because it's starting to look a bit silly now. I think that scent's died off. Dun dun dun. Number 3. Couple of squirts, generate some heat through it. Ding ding ding. I want to say pineapple in this scent. I'm not sure what to make of this one. I don't know whether there's an alcohol scent to it. I'm smelling pine in this one. I'm smelling pine, almost like an alcohol-y top note to it. Pineapple? A weird one. I like these, doing this, because this is just my general opinion on what I'm actually smelling. And then everyone we know with scents and everything smells something different. I'm just going to wait for the scent to die down a bit. Definitely woody, but to me there is an alcohol sort of scent behind that. That initial scent is of an alcohol. It's not unpleasant. It's just very difficult on this one to work out the different notes that I'm smelling, because there is almost like a fruity pineapple scent originally that I got from that, which is dying back. From this, I'm sure I can smell pine, but it's still got a fruit note left in it. It's quite a sharp scent. It's not a mellow, rounded scent. The first one, the aftershave, kind of smelt cologne. The second one definitely smelt the spiced orange. This one is a bit more spiky, if you know what I mean, scent-wise. It's definitely got an initial big hit to it. I don't know why, but I'm just getting pine and pineapple from this. It's got that... If you've cut open a pineapple and you can smell that, mixed in with pine as well, there is a slight sweetness to it. Oh, scent piney pineapple. I'm going to have another go with this one, because this is the first two were fairly straightforward. This one is not as easy. There is a pineapple scent to this as soon as I've put it on my hands and generated heat through it. And then I'm getting piney notes come through, almost like woody notes. And please don't take this the wrong way. To me, it's got almost a slight furniture polish sort of scent to it. I'm going to say with this one, it's pine, woody, but there is a citrus note to it that is bouncing with the pine to almost make it, or the wood smell, to almost make it smell a bit pineapple-y. It's not unpleasant. It's just a very hard to put your finger on sort of scent, if you know what I mean. But to me, there is a very slight pledge, Mr. Sheeny sort of... I use one around, or we use one around the house here, that is a pine scent. And it does, in my brain, taint slightly of that. I would say it's got a little bit of spiciness in there, but not overly too much. But all I'm getting from that is possibly a citrus note with it, a pine woody note that is bouncing off from that and making it smell, that initial burst smell of pineapple. Then I'm getting a woody scent through it, and almost like an alcohol smell as well. You were getting sick and tired of me keep smelling my hands. Yeah, it's definitely a woody scent to that one, with a slight citrus ting to it, possibly a slight amount of spice to it. None of these scents actually smell like, say for instance, a candy shop product or something specific, if you know what I mean. I'm just generalising about what they smell like. Like I say, to me, this one does have a slight furniture polishy smell to it. It's not bad. It's not my favourite out of them. Yeah, to me that smells of Mr. Sheen slightly. You want an honest opinion? I'm giving you an honest opinion. I'm sorry if that's not what the scent is, but that is what my smells are picking up on that. Number 2, going backwards, get an initial hit of clove and spice to that, and then there is a mandarin orange scent coming through on that. I would say, yeah, that's definitely spiced orange, wintry spiced orange smell. Really nice. I do like, because I have a balm that would go very well with this from Bubba's Balms that was called Firecracker, which was ginger and spice and cinnamon and stuff like that. That would go really well with this, or even another orange balm. As a winter scent, that is absolutely phenomenal. I like that one. So I think so far, I'm just going to go back to number 1 and try that one. It's almost got like a burnt caramelly scent to that one. Once that dies out, there is more of a sweetness. You've got the initial punch of the spice in there, and I would definitely say cloves and cinnamon. Then there's a mandarin sweet orange scent to it. But then now I'm getting like a bonfire burnt toffee sort of smell behind that one. And I have to say that one is beautiful. Number 2 is really nice. I like that one. Yeah, there is a caramel scent to that one as well. So it's like burnt, spiced orange toffee sort of scent. And number 1, generate a bit of heat through it. Definitely an aftershave-y cologne scent to it. And the more it seems to kind of like work its way through in the scents mingle, there is a sweetness to that one as well. So it's not like a ridiculously potent one. There is a slight sweetness just kind of balancing it out. Yeah. So putting these in order of preference from my personal favourite, I would say number 2 is my favourite. Number 1 is possibly my next one. And I'm just going to have, I know this is dragging a bit and I'm sorry, but I want to get this right for Brad. And believe it or not, like I say, these are just unboxed. I've not used them on my beard at all or anything like that. I've not tried them. I'm just purely going on scents. Number 3 again, just for another. There is a fruity note to that, almost like a pineapple that's mixed with pine, which is disappearing. I'm getting a pine scent to it. But that one to me, number 3, yeah, the pine is really there in it, if you know what I mean. It's that kind of what you can smell above everything else. There is a slight fruity twang to it. If there are other scents in there that I would believe the pine should be brought down a little bit and the other scents should be brought up, because predominantly I'm smelling pine and this initial fruity twang. And to me, I have another beard oil as well, which is Scots Pine, that reminds me so much of this one, and it is bordering on that pine fresh floor cleaner polish spray, but there is a sweetness to it. It's definitely a woody scent, and yeah, it's nice. If you like a really deep, rich, piney scent, then number 3 is great. If you like something citrusy, spicy, well, not overly citrusy, but orangey and spicy, then that number 2 is for you. And if you like a cologne scent, number 1 is good. So it depends on what you like. Yeah, I still say number 3 has got a slight hint of a fruity pineapple sort of ting to it, which I possibly am thinking that is another fruit in there, whether it's a lemon. I'll tell you what, it might even have frankincense in that. Because again, there's another scent in there that I smelled before, and it's like a spicy scent, and I'm possibly saying frankincense. Frankincense, pine and pineapple? I don't know. But there you go. That is what I think of them. So personally for me, number 2, then number 1, then number 3. All 3 are really well made. Number 3 definitely got that hit of pine to it. Number 2 has definitely got that spiced mandarin, spiced orange, clove, cinnamon scent to it. Number 1 has definitely for me got a cologne aftershave sort of scent to it. I really like them. So yeah, for me, number 2 first, then number 1, and then number 3. And I would be extremely interested once Brad watches this to see what he's got to say about it and whether I got anywhere near the scents that they are. Now I have to wipe my hand on that. My hand smells of everything. But really nice, really well put together. And I hope you've enjoyed this blind scent smelling beard oil thing. If anybody out there does need any help, support, encouragement, promoting and stuff like that, please get in touch with me. Either send us a message over there, Viking Beard Matt on Instagram, comment down below in the description box. I am waiting to hear back from, I'm trying to think of the name of it, Heathens Mead, who tried getting in touch with me, and I did message them back, but I've not heard anything back since. But thank you guys for that, and do not forget, any Rusty Beard products, use that code NORSE15. You will get 15% off of your order, 15% discount. So that's rustybeard.co.uk, www.justchristmaseve.com, which I will be buying some bits and pieces from, and www.justbeautifulgifts.co.uk. Thank you so much to Brad for sending those through and trusting me. I hope, like I say, that I've got somewhere near the sense that you would set out to make. Very interested to hear what you say to that. But thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. I've got a couple more reviews coming up this week, so stay tuned for that. So keep on taking care of each other. Keep on helping each other. Keep on looking after and supporting each other. And above all, keep on loving each other. Growing those beards if you're growing one. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next review from me, Matt the Bearded Berserker. And let's hope the day goes better as opposed to how it started off. So thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye.